Hello, BookTube. I want to give you your weekly reminder here about another channel that I'm on regularly, the CPL Radio, Cedarburg Public Library Radio in Wisconsin. They have a library radio station. So we have a radio station, a podcast, and also a YouTube channel. And once a week on Fridays, my producer and I do Books of the Week. The original plan of Books of the Week was we talk for 10 or 15 minutes about a new release in nonfiction, 10 minutes on a new release in fiction, and then we wrap up the show with a so-called wild card, where I pick something that maybe isn't either, maybe is a little bit on the odd side. Last week, we decided on a whim that the wild card section would go to a rapid-fire fusillade of books that my producer shows to me on camera, without warning me ahead of time what they are. Have I read it? Do I know the author? Do I have an opinion on the subject matter? Is it all completely new to me? That sort of thing. And the rapid fire wild card was a hit. People loved it. So we knew that we would bring that back this week. And I want to make my usual reminder video. I'll leave a link for you to go over and to the Cedarburg Public Library Books of the Week channel. But this week, I feel almost like I should warn you ahead of time. This was a strange episode, and I don't know. I've only had this a couple of times I've described this before. You work with somebody in a show like this. You don't know if there's going to be chemistry. You don't know if that's going to work, and sometimes you kind of want the show to go on even if there isn't chemistry. You can't make it happen. You can't simulate it. It's immediately obvious if it's there, and it's immediately obvious if it isn't there. The show can still be a success. Siskel and Ebert had no chemistry whatsoever. That's obvious from episode number 1, but the show was still a success. They weren't the same person. My producer and I have, for good or ill, chemistry on camera. And I don't know if the show that we did for today was strange just because we'd each had a weird week, or if we've turned some sort of corner. And this is a sign of what Cedarburg Public Library's Books of the Week will be like. It was raucous. It was raucous. It was weird. It was unpredictable. A lot of book talk. But if we were already odd in the book podcasting world, then I don't know what word describes us now. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens in next week's episode. I think you will really enjoy yourself. I do. I think you will really enjoy yourself. We have a chemistry. We crack each other up. We talk about books. It's one of the rare instances where I talk in detail about new releases. I almost never do that. And I've also made it a point, just to maximize your ROI, I've tried to make it a point not to talk about books over there that I talk about over here. So it's going to be fairly new material. And this time around, a new mascot. I don't have any explanations for you, but I will leave a link because I think you're really going to like it. And if you really like it, I want to stress what I stress every week with these reminders, which is that I am asking you to do all the YouTube things that I don't ask you to do on this channel. I want you to go and subscribe. I want you to leave a comment to help the algorithm. I want you to like the video. I want you to consider, once my producer creates a Patreon for the show, maybe consider becoming a Patreon member. All that sort of stuff. All the sort of stuff that I don't harp on this channel. I harp on for that because those things create a real world metric that will allow our show to be more or less bulletproof, more or less cancellation proof, which is what I want. That's very much what I want because we had the rug pulled out from under us once before. Now, of course, considering how weird this latest show is, you might not want us to be cancellation proof, but you're going to have to fend for yourself with that one. But I'm going to wrap this up. I'll leave a link to our show, or it's the new episode going up either today or sometime this weekend. And I think you're going to enjoy it. I don't know why you're going to enjoy it, but I think you are. And we'll be back next week. So there's your reminder. Go like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that YouTube-y stuff. And I will wrap this up for now, and I will see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.